It's the uniform is politics extended into the public space.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 2 West Virginia National Guard soldiers who had nothing to do with this person, that they did not ask to be deployed in this way, and their military members, by and large, want to be left out of the politics.
Yeah.
But here they are, and representing, with the American flag on their shoulder, representing politics.
They're heroes, but there's families
Yeah.
those 2 families are going to be sitting at home saying, should they have been there in the first place?
Indeed.
That's a question that we have to bring up.
It is.
I must unfortunately tell you that just seconds before I went on, right now, I heard that Sarah Beckstrom of West Virginia, one of the guardsmen that we're talking about, highly respected, young, magnificent person, started service in June of 2023, outstanding in every way. She's just passed away. She's no longer with us. She's looking down at us right now. Her parents are with her. This just happened. She was savagely attacked. She's dead. She's not with us. Incredible person. Outstanding in every single way, in every department. That's horrible.
All right, got some breaking news coming in. Donald Trump says he will pause all migration to the US from the third world. So we've obviously had this shooting, and this is what he's had to say on Truth Social. You can see the second line there. I will permanently pause migration from all third world countries to allow the US system to fully recover, terminate all the millions of Biden illegal admissions, remove anyone who is not a net asset to the US or incapable of othering our country. He says he'll end all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country as well, denaturalise migrants who undermine domestic tranquility. So effectively, if someone's been naturalised, they could still be kicked out of the country. He says deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk or non-compatible. The man carrying out this shooting, alleged of course to be a foreign national from Afghanistan. He says the goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in illegal and disruptive populations. Reverse migration, he's calling this. He says only reverse migration can fully cure this situation. So other than that, what does he say? Happy Thanksgiving to all except those that hate, steal, murder and destroy everything that America stands for. He won't be here for long. So that's breaking news out of the Trump administration. Echoes, I suppose, of that ban on immigration from all Muslim nations, which would happen in his last term, this time all third world nations. We'll see the result. Could be chaos on the borders as we saw last time.
Welcome back to Stars and Gripes, where we tear apart the actions of the bitter activists masquerading as journalists in the United States. But tonight, a horror shooting on 2 National Guards and some in the media had quite a sickening reaction.
But of course, there's so much controversy happening in the United States right now with ICE, who are also wearing uniforms and wearing masks. And so you don't know, people walking around with uniforms in an American city. There are some Americans that might object to that. And so apparently this shooting has happened.
And this sort of rhetoric is part of the problem. Radical leftists in the media have been left comfortable to frame law enforcement officers as the enemy over and over again.
What the president is doing through the Secretary of Defense is creating units, official military units, to quite frankly watch the American people. And that's the thing that is absolutely abhorrent. It reminds me so much of what happened in Germany in the 1930s.
It makes me incredibly nervous that we're about to see people in law enforcement, people in uniform military get nervous, get stressed, shoot at American civilians. It is a very, very stressful situation for these law enforcement and for the communities on the ground.
And it's not just journalists. Politicians have also been reckless with language, trying to convince people that the National Guard is part of some plot to undermine elections.
It's an attack on the American people by the President of the United States. Now, he may disagree with a state that didn't vote for him, but should he be sending troops in? No.
You said he has other aims. What are the other aims?
The other aims are that he'd like to stop the elections in 2026 or, frankly, take control of those elections.
Well, joining me to discuss is the host of Power Hour, Gabriella Power, joining me on the desk. What is happening in the media in the US that they feel comfortable to use that sort of language?
Yeah, it's really disgusting, Jack. I mean, this is just such a horrific tragedy that 2 National Guard heroes have been shot in a targeted attack. And you go back and you look at some of the clips leading up to that moment, and you know, it's so shocking. But is it surprising when you have people on CNN comparing National Guard troops to Nazis, when you've got J.B. Pritzker suggesting that National Guard troops are, that they're an attack on Americans, this is going to lead to interference in midterm elections, that they're not even going to be held. I mean, when you've got leaders and you've got left-wing activists, you've got the left-wing media all pushing the same narrative and in parts we're seeing National Guard troops being demonised, it only takes one crazy person to become violent. It's just such a tragedy and it's absolutely horrific.